Hey everyone. In today's digital marketplace, the ability to attract and retain potential customers is more than just a necessity. It's really the cornerstone of a successful online marketing campaign for your company. In the buzz around new platforms and technologies, there's a powerful tool that remains as relevant as it's ever been, and that's email marketing. Contrary to popular opinion and belief, email marketing is not dead. It's actually thriving with an ROI that really can exceed $40 for every $1 spent. Email marketing stands out as one of the most effective channels available. I will say it over and over and over again. The money is in your list. So the goal of every piece of marketing that you do should be to drive people to your list, drive people to your website. On your website, you have a lead magnet. A lead magnet grows your list. So we're going to talk more about that. A lead magnet is not just a freebie per se. It's actually a targeted, value-packed incentive that you offer website visitors in exchange for their contact information. The goal is really to magnetize and capture the interest of potential leads by offering them something of substantial value. In other words, you're solving a problem you know that they have. This would be a problem, not necessarily one that you charge for, but this is a problem that goes along with the problem that they're coming to you to solve. So it can be an ebook, a discount code, a webinar, some kind of report, something like that, something that they perceive of value. Then attracting the leads you need to know is not just the first step. So if you are collecting leads on your website and building your list, you are way ahead of most other entrepreneurs, but that's not where it stops. You actually have to start using those. So the real magic actually happens when you nurture them through a carefully designed email nurturing funnel. This is basically your roadmap for building relationships with your leads over time. Through a series of personal emails, content, and offers, you guide the leads through a journey from initial interest to final conversation where you ultimately close the deal. So why are these strategies crucial? Because they effectively engage the right audience. Lead magnets attract, and the nurturing funnels, especially those driven by strategic email marketing, engage your audience every single step of the way. Now, your email list becomes more than just a list, ultimately. It's truly a dynamic asset to your business, and it provides opportunities to connect and convert over and over and over again. The money is in the list. So here's where it gets even more exciting. With the advancement of AI technology, creating lead magnets and ideating around lead magnets has become much easier. Now, it still takes your knowledge, your skill, your industry expertise, your awareness of who your ideal customer is, all of these things to create a compelling lead magnet that converts. But AI ultimately can be your personal assistant in this. And I'm actually going to show you how I leverage AI for my clients when I'm working on lead magnets and ideating around lead magnets for them. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into how you can leverage AI to ideate and build a lead magnet and a nurturing funnel that not only captures, but captivates the audience, with a special focus on revitalizing your email marketing strategy. Whether you're a seasoned marketer or just starting out or a business owner, I'm going to show you how I harness the power of AI to elevate marketing and elevate your marketing strategy to new heights, once again, proving once and for all that the money is definitely in your list. So if you're ready to transform your digital marketing approach, create a marketing and nurturing funnel that converts and unlock the full potential of your email list, you are in the right place. Let's get started. Okay, so let's dive right into the approach that I'm going to take with this lead magnet and nurturing funnel. So let me give you a little background. This is an existing client, a longtime client, actually. We built a website for this client in Denver, Colorado. And this was before we launched our new web packages, where we're actually including lead magnets with the websites when we build them and design them. But we're adding one now to an existing client who doesn't have a lead magnet. They're not growing their list using their website. So we want to fix that problem for them. Now, they are a flooring company, and the way that most people go about thinking of lead magnets is they're like, oh, well, I'll just create a lead magnet that's about the company and how we do things here and FAQs. And it's not a bad idea. It's better than nothing, but it's not necessarily going to be a lead magnet that appeals to the best or largest audience that comes to your website, right? These will be people who download in FAQs, would probably be people who are already inclined to work with you and are just going to try to figure out the ins and outs of it. What we really want to do is use a lead magnet to attract people, get their email address, because if they're not going to convert or call us on the first visit to the website, we want to be able to follow up with them. What would attract people lead magnet wise for a flooring company? It's easy to get stumped on those questions. I'm going to show you a strategy that I think works really well for ideating around what people are interested in knowing more about. I'm going to share my screen really quick, and we are going to start this journey together. Now, mind you, I have not started this lead magnet, so we're going to look for ideas to start with. So I'm just going to go to Google, and I'm going to say, what is the best flooring? What is the best flooring? And now Google, look at this. Google is showing me what people are searching for. What is the best flooring to have with a dog? What is the best flooring for a kitchen? What is the best flooring for a bathroom? And here's dogs again. What's the best flooring for a basement, for a house, for a small bathroom, to put over concrete, for pet? I see a theme here with dog, pets. So we're actually going to do 2 lead magnets. I'm only going to do one on this video, but what is the best flooring to have with a dog and why is probably a good idea for a lead magnet. There's a lot of people that have dogs, and this is a concern because your flooring gets scratched. So I'm going to click on this. What is the best flooring to have with a dog? And this is going to give me some search results. But that is really not what I'm interested in. I'm coming down here because it says people also ask, what is the most durable flooring with dogs? What is better for dogs, laminate or vinyl? Do dogs scratch vinyl plank flooring? What is the most scratch resistant flooring? So these are all questions that people are asking. So this is really good potential fodder for a lead magnet. So I'm going to click on what is the most durable flooring for dogs. I'm going to click on that. And then you can see here that there's other questions that come along. What's better, laminate or vinyl? Do dogs scratch vinyl plank flooring? What is the most scratch resistant flooring? Do dogs nail scratch laminate floors? What is the safest flooring for dogs? I think this is going to be a really good topic for a lead magnet because Google is telling us that this is the kind of things that people are searching for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and you can see I have already started a new thread. And I started the thread by typing, this thread is going to be used to ideate and develop a lead magnet for a flooring company in Denver, Colorado. Okay, ChatGPT did that and said, okay, fantastic. Let's break down this into strategic steps to ensure we cover all bases. Now, mind you, if you watched my previous video, and I'll link to it, where I was actually creating website content for a client, you know that this long answer has nothing to do with the lead magnet that I'm asking for, but it's more of a strategic thing. And this is coming from me training my GPT on the kind of answers that I want. I want robust answers. I want strategic answers. I want really good answers. And I put this in the custom instructions for my ChatGPT account. If you asked this question or made this statement on your thread and you had not previously trained your ChatGPT account like this, you would not get an answer like this. So I just want you to understand that this kind of value that's coming back from ChatGPT for me is because I trained it with the kind of things that I want it to say. So we want to understand the audience. We want to highlight the unique value proposition. We want to decide on the type of lead magnet. So it's cool if you've never done a lead magnet before. So you can do an ebook or a guide. You can do a checklist, a quiz or an assessment, or discounts or a free consultation. Those are all good. Content creation should be informative and valuable, visually appealing, and branded. So in this video, we're going to do the writing part, the informative and value part. And then I'm going to do another recording, a separate video, where I actually show you how to build the lead magnet and make it very visually appealing. So that'll be a second video. And then you promote the lead magnet on your website, in your email campaigns, on social media, and with local partnerships. And then, of course, your follow-up strategy is the email sequence, which is the nurturing funnel. And we will do a video on that too. And then, of course, analyze and optimize the results. I always say it's an arrogant marketer who is confident they get it right the first time, every time. So we're going to write a lead magnet that we think, based on a little bit of research around what people are searching for, what's the best flooring type for dogs, and answer questions around that. But if we don't get a lot of conversions on the website, if it's a low conversion rate, then we want to go back and revisit the topic that we selected, right? Not necessarily redo the lead magnet. If we don't have the conversions on the lead magnet itself, it's a topic that we thought people might be interested in, but they're actually not. It could also be the title or the author. So you want to make sure that you're split testing these things, but I just want to call your attention to, you may not get it right the first time, and that's okay. It doesn't mean lead magnets don't work. It just means your title or your promotion of that lead magnet didn't work, or you selected a topic that people aren't interested in. So just let that anchor a little bit, because it's a really important point. All right. So we are now going to start the process with ChatGPT on building this lead magnet. Again, you're doing this with me. I have no idea what I'm going to get. So let's just start. I'm going to say, okay, you are an expert marketer, and you also are an expert in the flooring business. So I'm just going to give some context, all right? And then I'm like, I want a lead magnet for my customers, or let's say prospects or visitors to my website. And I was thinking about creating one that really guides dog owners in selecting the best types of flooring for the dog. Now, I could stop here, but the more information you give ChatGPT, the better your results are going to be. I'm going to say concerns might be scratching the flooring, safety of the dog, flips and falls, cleanliness for the owner, for dog accidents. I'm going to say durability, water on the floor, because dogs make a mess when they drink. Water on the floor, finding a water bowl. And things like that. So let's get started. What do you suggest as an outline? Okay, so I said, let's get started. What do you suggest as an outline? And that is a strategy with using ChatGPT. A lot of people who aren't trained or accustomed in using AI for writing would probably say, write the lead magnet. that isn't a great approach and it's not going to get you the best results. I always like to ask ChatGPT for an outline first, because then I can refine the outline with ChatGPT before we even dive into the content. Let's just see what it does for my outline. I'm going to hit enter. All right. It says, this is a smart niche. Glad you think so, ChatGPT. It addresses specific concerns. So let's draft an outline. An ebook or guide titled Paws and Floors, the ultimate guide to dog-friendly flooring in your home. I actually like that. That's pretty good. All right, so the intro, an introduction to common flooring concerns for dog owners. I like that. So we're going to set up the problem. An empathy statement, knowing the challenges and importance of making informed decision. That's why we're bringing you this lead magnet. Understanding the basics. We're going to define the types of flooring and the pros and cons of each. I love that. Chapter 2. Now, again, this is going to be really robust, which is great, because the perceived value of the person when they come to your website, they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you my email address for this very extensive guide. We're dealing with scratches and dents, 5 different flooring types with lows, tips on preventing slippery business, safety first. I love that. Cleanliness and hygiene. So it's taking my ideas. See how I gave it those ideas, and now it's taking my ideas and putting them in. Water bowl woes, comfort for your canine companion, making the right choice. Conclusion, so takeaways, reiterate the importance of choosing the right flooring. And then, of course, the all-important call to action to offer a free consultation or special discount for the readers of the guide, and then encourage readers to visit your showroom or website for more information on the flooring. So I actually think that this outline is really good. Hopefully you can see the parallels in what it came up with versus the information that I provided to it. So I love that. All right, so now we're going to get started. Okay, it says, what do you think? Feel free to add, remove, or adjust any sections to better fit your brand's message and your audience specific needs. So I'm actually going to say, and I am of the mindset, some people might disagree that this is unnecessary, but I'm of the mindset that when I really like something that ChatGPT has done, I tell it that, so I get more stuff like that. So I'm going to say, thank you. This is really spot on. You rock. Let's see what it does. You're welcome. I'm thrilled to hear you found the outline useful. If you need any more help, or if you're ready to dive in, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to say, I am ready to dive in. What's next? And I'm just going to say what's next, because again, I could say, okay, write it. But I want to know what's next for ChatGPT in the way that it works and its thinking. Okay, so now we're going to do detailed content development. It's going to tell me use simple language, concise but thorough, incorporate real life examples, visual elements, high quality images, infographics, checklists, or questionnaires. So it's giving me ideas. And again, this is really tied to how I've trained my ChatGPT on how I want answers. I always want very strategic answers and very helpful answers. Review and edit, call to action, publish and promote, follow up. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to say, let's do the content development. Let's do the content development. One section at a time. Now, again, this is a strategy because I want to see how it builds the sections. So one section at a time, it's going to first do the intro, and I can give it feedback on the style that I want before it dives into the whole thing. So I'm going to say one section at a time. All right, let's start with the intro. All right, let's see what it says. All right, perfect. Here we go. Introduction. Welcome to Paws and Floors, your comprehensive guide to choosing dog-friendly flooring that complements your home. As a proud dog owner, you understand that your furry friend is more than just a pet. From excited paw scrunching against your elegant hardwood floors to expected spills beside the water bowl, each day can bring a new adventure. And the pages that follow will explore a variety of flooring options. Get ready to embark on a journey through the world of dog-friendly flooring. With our expert advice and practical tips, you'll discover how your home can cater to the pitter-patter of dog feet without compromising on style and durability. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's move into chapter 1. Okay, that's pretty good. I like the tone, so I'm telling it what I like. Okay, let's see. No need to continue to say welcome. So the ChatGPT will do that sometimes. I don't want it to do that. Just dive right in to the meat of it for the chapters. Let's start with chapter 1. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Absolutely, diving straight in. Chapter 1, understanding the basics. All right, so this is where we are talking about selecting the perfect flooring. So it's types of floors: hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl. It's giving the benefits of all of them. Section 2, pros and cons. Section 3, making an informed decision. The chapter sets, okay, wait. Section 2, pros and cons. In this section, we'll dive deeper into each flooring type, discussing the pros and cons. Section 3, making an informed decision. Choosing the right flooring involves balancing your whole. Okay. So let's see. It's crucial that we offer, after finalizing this chapter, we can proceed to the next, ensuring. Okay. So section 2, pros and cons. It's almost like it didn't write section 2 and section 3. Here's the thing. I'm not really sure what it was thinking here for section 2 and section 3. So I'm just going to ask. This is what you do. You just have a conversation. I'm going to say section 1 is really good, but it seems you didn't actually write, I'm going to say detailed and robust content for sections 2 and 3. Instead, you just gave an intro. Can we complete those sections? Please. Let's see what it says. Okay, absolutely. Let's finish them. Okay, so here we go. Section 2, pros and cons, hardwood flooring. Okay, this is great. This is what I expected the first time, but I didn't get. So I just tested it. So here we go. It's giving me the pros and cons. Now, of course, I am not a flooring expert. ChatGPT is relying on the web and its knowledge base for all of these things. It says a lead magnet that the client, who is a flooring expert, is actually going to review. In this case, as long as nothing stands out as crazy to me, which so far it doesn't, I'm going to go with this on the pros and cons because I really don't know what the pros and cons are. I would have to do that research manually. ChatGPT has done it for me. So this is what is very helpful when you're writing read magnets, as long as you have an expert in the area that's going to sanity check what has been returned. All right, so section 3, making informed decisions. So here are things to consider. Consider your dog's characteristics like size and breed, age. Senior dogs might need softer, more slip-resistant flooring to navigate. Reflect on your family's lifestyle. Evaluate your home's overall style by weighing these factors. Awesome. Okay, so this is great. So I've got all of chapter 1, understanding the basics. Okay, so I'm going to say this is great. Exactly what I was looking for. I'm telling it that because when we go on to chapter 2, I really want it to do what it did here. Okay, so I'm going to say, all right, let's go on to chapter 2 and let's see what it comes up with. Now, I'm not going to pull you through all of the chapters for this. I'll splice the video, but I just want to do a few of the chapters so that you can see, because we have to challenge it sometimes. All right, so chapter 2, dealing with scratches and dents. All right, section 1, prevention is key. Nail trimming, rugs and mats, protective pads for furniture. Section 2, choosing scratch-resistant flooring. Bamboo. I didn't know that. While technically a grass, bamboo flooring is harder and more scratch-resistant than most hardwoods. Oh, I didn't know. Cork, good choice. Stone or tile, good choice. Treatment and maintenance, immediate cleaning. Section 4, embracing patina, accepting some wear. Understand that no floor will be entirely immune to scratches. Strategic decor, use rugs to strategically cover areas that are more prone. Okay, that's very interesting. I actually want to go back to, I'm going to slide back up here to the outline that it gave me. Hold on. Okay, dealing with scratches. Recommended flooring options for homes. So it had different types of flooring withstand scratches, tips on preventing and treating scratches, recommended flooring options for homes with particularly large or active dogs. I didn't really see anything on that. So I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to do two things. So to come back to Google really quick, people were asking which is better for dogs, laminate or vinyl, and do dogs scratch vinyl plank flooring? So I'm going to come to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, this is good. But in my research, people are really asking about vinyl. Vinyl? Vinyl, what is it called again? Vinyl or laminate. Vinyl or laminate for dogs. Man, I cannot spell. Thanks for bearing with me. Laminate for dogs. Which is better. And also, in your outline, you had a third item that I thought was really good, but you did not address. That was, and then I copied and pasted that. Recommended flooring options for homes, particularly with larger active dogs. So now, I don't want to just leave it there. I want to be specific about what I want. So I'm going to say, can you rewrite chapter 2? Don't lose anything from your first draft, but add in these items. Let's see what it does. Okay, dealing with scratches and dents. As a dog owner, perfect. Prevention is key, so it kept that. Vinyl versus laminate flooring for dogs. Vinyl, pros, exceptionally water resistant, making it ideal for spill prone areas. Offers a softer surface underfoot. Cons, can be punctured by sharp objects, including dog nails. Laminate, highly scratch resistant and durable. Cons, poor water resistance to moisture. Okay. Next, best flooring for active large dogs. So luxury vinyl, tile or stone, bamboo, and specifically strand woven. Okay, so I like that. And then treatment and maintenance, and then embracing patina. Okay, so I like this much better. So I'm going to stick with this and let's do one more chapter. And then I'll pause the video and I'll do the summary when I restart recording again. So you don't have to watch this whole thing. But let's do one more chapter and see how it does. So I'm going to say, great. This is good. Love that you followed. So I'm going to reinforce you followed the outline that you gave me, because I want you to do that again. Let's move on to chapter 3. All right, so here we go. Fantastic. Let's move on. Slippery business, safety first. Your dog's safety is as important as the aesthetics of your flooring. Okay, love it. Importance of non-slip flooring. Understanding the risks, identifying high-risk areas. Choosing the right flooring for traction. I love that. Textured tile or stone. Luxury vinyl with a textured finish or rubber flooring. Enhancing the safety. Rugs and mats, non-slip coatings. Special consideration, extra padding, accessibility, training tips. to prevent slips, encouraging calmness and pet care. Okay, I actually really this as well. This is good. I think this will be actually a really good lead magnet because each chapter is robust enough. And then when we promote this, we're going to let people know all of the really good stuff that's in it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I'll finish out these other chapters and I'm going to bring you back on when I do the summary. So you can see how we work the summary and the call to action. So see you in just a second. Okay, I am going to jump back on with chapters 4 and 5 in this lead magnet because an anomaly happened that I want to show you. And again, this is really good education, actually. So I'm going to hit share my screen. And I am going to go back to chapter 4. So I left you at chapter 3. Chapter 3 was good. So chapter 3 was about slippery business. And it said things like special considerations for senior dogs, extra padding. Senior dogs or those with joint issues might benefit from extra cushioning. Orthopedic pet beds or pet mats can provide comfort and reduce the risk of injury. So it was doing great. Intro, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So I actually said, perfect, let's do chapter 4. I thought we were on a roll. Chapter 4, here we go. It says now, cleanliness and hygiene, keeping your floor spotless. So I just read the beginning. Pets can bring a lot of joy, but they also bring dirt. This chapter provides you with the know-how to choose flooring that's not only stylish and comfortable, but easy to clean and resistant. So when I just read this first part and what it said sounded good. So I just let it roll. And then I said, great, this is really good. Next is chapter 5. And so it went on to water bowl wolves, protecting your floors from spills and splashes. Dogs and water bowls go hand in hand, blah, 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 which seemed good. But then look, when I caught, it said section 1, immediate risks, discuss how water can lead to stain, highlight the potential. So now it's not writing to the user anymore. It's like telling me what to write. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I went back to chapter 4 and it actually started in chapter 4. Discuss how clean floors, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, whoa, 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 no, we're not going to continue like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, whoa, whoa, I was a little surprised. You switched your writing style in chapter 4 and 5 in the main content, writing as if you are giving me instruction on what to write about. That's not what I want. I want this to be written for the reader, the person who downloaded the lead magnet. Let's redo chapters 4 and 5. So why did that happen? I really have no idea why that happened, but this is why you need to pay attention and you need to understand how to challenge ChatGPT so that you get the actual results that you're looking for. It was doing great, and all of a sudden it just shifted roles. So who knows why? Pay attention and challenge it. All right, so let's see if it's on the right path this time. Okay, as a devoted dog owner, you know, blah, 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 embrace easy to clean flooring, vinyl flooring, tips for quick and effective cleaning. Okay, so now it's actually talking to the reader, which is exactly what I wanted. This is perfect. Let's just make sure it does it for chapter 5, and then I'll cut out again and I'll come back for the summary. Chapter 5, water bowl wolves, impact of water on floors. Okay, perfect. It's writing exactly the way we want. I'll be back in just a second with the conclusion and call to action. Okay, so we finished chapters 6 and 7. I'm going to share my screen again and show you a couple of things that happened while I was doing that. So recall just a second ago, we had to redo chapters 4 and 5 because it started telling me how I should write it when I was wanting it to write it. I dove into chapter 6 And I said, fantastic. Now chapter 6, let's do chapter 6. And it started doing the same thing again, which is a little frustrating. It like a happy pet makes a happy home, blah, blah, blah. And then joint health, explain how the right flooring can support, So I actually hit pause and I stopped it. I didn't let it finish the whole thing. And I said, I don't know why you keep going back to telling me what to write. I want you to write it for the client. In other words, for the reader of the lead magnet. And it was like, okay, apologies for the confusion. Let's directly address the reader in chapter 6. So it did, and it did a really good job. I was happy with chapter 6. To prevent this for chapter 7, I said, perfect. Now let's do chapter 7 in the same style. Not really sure why it kept reverting back, but I'm really trying to direct it now, being more specific with my instructions. And then don't forget the checklist from your outline too, because I think that'll add a lot of value. I just reminded it that I really do want that checklist. Chapter 7, it got it right. So this is good. And it gave some really good content. And then it gave the checklist. And I gave the checklist in the form of a numbered list. But when we actually pull all of this content into the design side of the lead magnet, which I'll do in Canva, we'll turn that into a checklist. All right. So now we got the main 7 chapters, and I want to have it do the conclusion and call to action. So I'm going to say, great. So this lead magnet is really valuable for pet owners who are looking to purchase flooring. Let's wrap it up. Really strong. Using I'm going to say components from your outline, because I want it to go back to the outline. And then have a really solid and compelling call to action to contact the business or more information and expertise or guidance in selecting the best flooring type. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay. So as you've journeyed through paws and floors, you've gained insights. Choosing the right flooring is a balancing act. Your next steps. We understand every dog and every home is unique. Great. Don't let the selection process overwhelm you. I really like that. Reach out to us and let's make your home the comfortable, stylish, pet-friendly haven you've always dreamed of. Free consultation. Visit our showroom, expert installation. This is really good. I'm happy with this. We will now take all of this content. I'm going to pause the video again. We're going to jump over to Canva and we're going to start building this lead magnet. So I'm going to hit pause and I will see you in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you really quickly that before I take the contents into Canva to design the visually appealing lead magnet for the client, what I did is I took all of the components that we created in ChatGPT and I pulled it into Microsoft Word. And the reason that I did that, and you could do this in Google Docs too, is just because it is so much easier to edit. So I've got the title, Paws and Floors, the ultimate guide to dog-friendly flooring in your home. And with Word, I'm able to automatically generate a table of contents. And when I copied and pasted the content in, of course, I assigned in Word the heading 2 and heading 3. So this is when you assign these headings in Word, this is then what automatically will help you generate the table of contents. So I'm able to bring it in here, edit it, work with the layout, do all of the Grammarly and things like that, just to make sure that it's exactly as I want it. Now, this is not going to be what the site visitors download. This is just the interim document before I bring it into my design tool to make it very visually appealing as a final product for the client. And then this is a great way to send the client a draft of the lead magnet as well, because they can just turn on the tracking tool and make the edits to it that they want to make. And then I can pull them into a design tool. In this case, I'm going to use Canva. There's several that we use, but I'm going to use Canva just because there's a free version. And if you're using this video to learn how to do this, Canva is a great tool because you can get the free version and it's pretty easy to learn. So I'm going to pause the video again and we will jump over to Canva next and start working on the design. Okay, so here we go. We have got our content created for the lead magnet. I have pulled it into Microsoft Word so that I can just roughly format it. I can proof it. I can send it to the client for review. And the next thing is we're going to actually design the visual piece that is going to be the download that their customers will receive. So we're going to do this in Canva, and I'm going to share my screen. All right. So I am in Canva. If you've never used Canva, it's just canva.com. Now we have the professional agency version of this because you can see we use this for a lot of different design for clients and internal things. But there's a free version. So you just, the difference is that you don't get as many really high-end graphics with it and some other things too. So I'm just going to do a search for lead magnets templates. So we're just find something that's already nicely formatted, but then we can brand and use to design the lead magnet for this customer. So I just searched for lead magnet templates, and you can see that there are a bunch of here that are pretty nice looking. And of course, these are going to be thoroughly customized, but you can really just start with something that's already been laid out and is quite good based on the type of content that you've created and are going to share. So don't pay attention to the colors here because you can make them whatever you want. So I'm just going to look at ones that have layouts that are similar to the kind of thing that we want to share. So this is actually a good one because we've got a lengthy PDF that we're going to create. This one that I'm hovering over here, but I'm just going to scan over a few others. So if you hover over, if there's multiple pages, it will give you a preview of the multiple pages. Let's just see. Here's a booklet. Yeah, this one's okay. I don't need all the fancy stuff though, because mine is more of a book style. There's not so much design. Let's just see. I'm gonna just hover over a couple of them before I choose. Yeah, that's one I've used before. It's pretty good. There is a workbook. We don't need a workbook style. So I think I'm just going to go back up to the one that seemed like it was a really good fit for the layout. This was one of them. And then there was another one up here. Let's see what this one is. That one doesn't have multiple pages. That's just a cover. Here's an ebook. Sounds interesting because mine has chapters too, but there's a lot of stuff in here that layout wise I would have to work with. I just don't love that. All right, I'm just going to, there's another document. Let's just take a quick look at this one. This one might work. And then let's take a quick look at this one. Okay, there's a checklist in this one, and I have a checklist in mine. So I actually do really like this because it will save me some time on formatting my checklist. And I'm just going to look at one more. Yeah, I think I would have to do a lot of work on this one. Let's go with this one, actually. So what you do is you just click on it, and then you just say customize this template. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so we'll wait for it to come up. And just simple stuff. This is just maintenance stuff. So I'm going to name this one Ed Hoffman flooring lead magnet. Okay, so now we are going to customize it. I don't think I really need this 10 thing in here, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to come over to my Word document. And I'm not going to take you through the whole thing. I'm just going to show you generally how to do this. So here's the title of my, so I'm just going to copy it and come back over to Canva, and I'm going to paste it in here. And then we can just change Paws and Floors, the ultimate guide to, I'm just going to make this one a little smaller. And you can play with the fonts, but ultimately, we just want it to look nice. The author name, I'm going to say Ed Hoffman Flooring. Let me just get their website. Ed Hoffman Service.com. So I'm just going to put Ed Hoffman Floor Service.com. And then I'm going to come over here to elements and images, and I'm going to look for dog on wood floor. Something really cute. So let's just see what we've got here. Oh, we've got so many ridiculous choices. And I am probably the wrong person to be doing this because I will just get lost in the pictures because I love dogs so stinking much. But this one, I kind of love. Let's just see what this looks like. So I'm going to bring this one in. Now, that's not on a wood floor. That's on a rug. But I like it because it catches your attention. It's super cute. It's a very relatable dog. But let's just scan a little bit more, okay? Over here on the left, we have got this. This one's cute, but then there's paws too. That's cute on wood floors. I don't think it's attention grabbing. I know that this one, the paws on the wood floors, makes sense based on what we're talking about, but visually, the front of the document is going to be what markets it for download. So we really want something super cute, but this is a good picture for probably something on the inside of the document. So let's just try one more. This one's cute, paws and floors, and then there's a wood floor there, and there's a rug. You know, I like this one. It's active, and we're looking at active dogs. So I think that this one might be a good one to start with. So here we go. Now we have this image over here where we can replace this image. So I'm going to go, I think with this one with the paws and stick it up here. The paws on the wood floor. Yeah. I'm going to save this for my checklist, which is in chapter 7. So we'll just leave this page alone. And then here is a thank you page, which is fine, but I need some content pages next. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to leave that third page alone. I'm going to duplicate this page right here. So that is this little button here that says duplicate page. And I'm going to say contents. And I'm going to get rid of all of these. And I'm just making a note here. This font right here is Montserrat. I looked up here in the left-hand corner. So I can just keep my font consistent. So I'm going to get rid of all of these. And you don't want to create all your pages up front. You just do one and get it the way you want it. I want the URL at the bottom of every page. And then once I get this laid out the way I want, then I can start duplicating this page to copy and paste content in. So here's my contents, and I want my contents. I think I want them left aligned. I'm just gonna do this and maybe even bring this over. We can play with it visually, but I'm going to come over to my Word document now, and I am going to select all of this. That is my table of contents. I'm going to copy it and then come over to my Canva document. And let's just see what happens when I paste this in. Oops. That copy and paste didn't work, so let's do it one more time. So let's go. Where's my copy? Can't I copy that? Oh, dang it. I can't. Let's go over to ChatGPT. Let me see if I can copy it easier from there. So there must be something in the word formatting. Again, this is live, you guys, and this is what happens when we're working on this kind of stuff. So you really get a sneak peek into how we work and what we do. But this is all stuff that's going to help you in your own business. So here is my outline. So I'm just going to have ChatGPT help me with this. Can you please give me a list of the chapters for this lead magnet so I can copy paste it into, am I right? In the document. I'm telling it specifically what I want to do with it. So hopefully it gives it to me in the right format the first time. Let's just see what it comes up with here. Of course, here are the chapters. Okay, that's going to give me a little bit more detail than I necessarily need, but I do like this because if somebody just looks at the table of contents, or maybe I can use it in my marketing, like that, all the things that we're talking about in this lead magnet here, but I think I'm going to go with it. When I was asking, I wasn't specific enough because it gave me all the headings and subheadings, but ultimately I think that this is actually going to be better. Let's just copy and paste this in here. You come over to contents and I'm going to put a little text block in there, make sure it is formatted left, and then I'm going to copy and paste. We're going to change the size of the font. And of course, my computer's going a little slow because I'm videoing live. Hopefully I didn't just crap it out, but let's just be patient. Stop clicking. I used to teach computer classes at CompUSA in Las Vegas way back in the day. And I would tell people, they're like, don't click. And so I tell you to click because people would freeze up their computers. So here we go. Here's the contents. So I might actually need to break this into a couple pages. And so now I'm actually questioning. So I'm sharing what my thought process is. I think that having all this in here is really good, but I also don't love not having it all on one page. And I think we might be getting the font a little small here on the contents. So let's just see. I'm just going to go with it for now, but I don't think I need like the chapter 1, chapter 2. So I'm just going to take that out because these are actually numbered also. So I think that's redundant. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to formulate and I'm going to show you how to create a couple of the other pages. And then how visually this really does ultimately come out to be a super stunning downloadable PDF that will help you build your list for marketing, retargeting. All right, so here's my table of contents. All right, so I've got my cover. I've got my table of contents. Now, I like to label these so that it's easy to come back and edit. And if I want to export pieces of them, so I got cover, I got table of contents, and then my chapter 1 is understanding the basics. So I think I'm going to duplicate this page because I don't want to have to delete all those checkboxes again. I'm going to say chapter 1. And I'm going to call it understanding the basics. Chapter 1 is about flooring types, right? If I come over here to elements again, I'm going to go wood floor. All right, I'll just change it up. So now I'm going to put a wood floor in there. And I'm going to come over to my Word document. Not that one, this one. And I'm going to take, oh, I forgot, is the introduction. So that's fine. We'll just change it. Okay, so we'll change that to introduction. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come back over to here. I'm going to say introduction. And I think just to make it line up nicer, I'm going to center the player, move it left. And since it's the introduction, you guys, I think I want to get a dog up here again, because the dogs are just really eye-catching. And I want people, they say in marketing, the purpose of the first sentence is to get people to read the next sentence. When you're crafting content and you're doing visuals, always keep that in mind. The purpose of whatever you're doing is always to drive them to the next thing that you're doing. So now I'm going to just format these paragraphs. I'm going to make the font bigger where it's readable. Get it all lined up, and we'll tweak all this. I don't need to do that with you on this video. You get the idea. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to go dog on floor. And I can't spell. So let's try that again. Dog on wood floor. All right. Oh my gosh. We're going to go see. Oh, these are just so stinking cute. All right. I think this is a good one for my little beagle buddy again. All right. And now you can drag these around and center them in Canva, but I'm just going to leave that for now so you can see where I'm going with this. So this is the introduction. And then I'm going to duplicate this page. And now I'm going to go chapter 1. Now this one is the flooring basics. So I'm going to go wood floor again. Let's go vinyl floor, actually. Vinyl floor. So I'm just going to mix it up with the graphics. I like this one because it shows a bunch of different ones. And I put that in there and I'm going to replace. So there, introduction. So now this is chapter 1. So I'm going to come over here, come over to chapter 1, and I'm going to say understanding the basics. And I'm just going to copy and paste the sections. See how these are in sections in Canva? Understanding the basics, and then come back over to my Word document. And I'm going to get the intro here and bring it over. And then I can look at how I want to format the rest of the page after I put this in here and see how much room it takes up. So here's understanding the basics. Here's the intro to it. You can see, so Canva is really nice. You can just click and drag and edit. It's super simple. And then I'm going to come back here and look at what I have coming up. So I've got types of flooring, and I've got 5 types of flooring that I'm going to put in here. So let's just copy and paste this. And this will be the last section I show you where I'm actually doing the work. I just want you to get a feel for how easy and how nicely this all works together between AI, your images in Canva, and pulling content over from another app. So I'm just going to move this over. And it won't all fit in here, but I'm going to copy and paste it in, and then we can format it from there. Now, I'm going to bold this header and see how the text overflows. I knew that was going to happen. Here's how I do it. And if you have a better trick or approach that you use, put it in the comments for me. I've just found that this works easily for me. So I've got 1, 2, and 3, which I can space out nicely. But 4 and 5 need to go to a different page. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to duplicate this page. Everything is on there. Now you can see I've got two duplicate pages. I'm going to now delete from the first one, 4 and 5. Okay. And then I'm going to space out 1, 2, and 3 on this page. So I've got hardwood. All stays here. Laminate. And tile. And then on the next page, because it was a duplicate, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to pull this up. And I'm going to just leave 4 and 5 on there. And format it just like I did the first page. Okay. Now we can leave the same heading to visually carry it through. So I'm still on chapter 1. These are the basics, the types of flooring. Before I make a decision about what I'm going to do with the rest of this page, I'm just going to go back to my document. I'm going to look at what's next. Okay, so there's pros and cons of each flooring type. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of butting that up to this page and making this page crowded, is I'm going to go back and I am going to go look for another adorable dog, because I really want people to engage with this. Like a dog on a computer, it's keeping me dogs outside by default. Another dog on a computer. I think I still, for here, want a dog on the wood floor. What? Oh my gosh, this just got my attention. So let me just show you this really cool thing we can do in Canva. So this is super cute. Okay, I'm partial to beagles and bassets because I have them. All right, I'm just going to put this up here, and trust me, I'm going to go to edit photo. I'm going to go to remove background. It's doing its magic. AI, by the way. And now I got a cute, adorable beagle face looking up at what I just did. Okay, I love it. Sorry I get so excited, but I totally love this. Okay, so these are my first few pages of this lead magnet. So see how you can make it super easy in Canva. I still might come back and revise this and bring it into 2 pages. It looks a little crowded for me, but ultimately, I really like the direction that this is heading. So I'm going to finish building this lead magnet with the content I wrote and with using Canva for the visual layout. And then I'm just going to show you, in case you've never done this in Canva before, this is not done, but if it was done, you can come up here to share, and then you can come to download. And under file type, you just choose PDF. So PDF standard is a smaller file size, great for visual downloads, or PDF print if you were going to print this and distribute it to clients. For the digital download, I'm just going to go PDF standard. Click on download. See how it says all pages. So when your document is done, you do want to export all pages. You click on download, and Canva will convert this to a beautiful PDF that looks just like this when you download it. And then you can attach it, hook it up to the website as a download, and attach it to, and I'll do another video on this, but ultimately you connect it to your email marketing application and set up a little widget on the homepage to collect emails in exchange for this download. So now you can see this beautiful PDF that we've started that people are going to download. And it's just awesome. I'm super happy with the way it looks and the way that it's developing. So can you see yourself downloading something like this? This is the key with lead magnet and nurturing funnel. I am going to finish this project up. I hope this video was useful. The next video I do will have this PDF completed, and then we will build the nurturing email funnel that goes with it. And I will show you how to hook it up to a MailChimp account and make it active on a website. So that's it for now. You guys, thanks for joining me. If you find these videos helpful, useful, they add value to your business, please take a moment and click the subscribe button, click the like button. It helps the channel out. It helps me know what kind of content you would like me to share with you when it comes to elevating your marketing. Sandy Waggett with MSW Interactive Designs, signing off until the next video. Thanks for joining me.